In my most recent video on King Legacy, I found what can only be described as actual cheat code devil fruits. Like, it is ridiculously easy, and in a little over an hour, I was able to get myself a legendary fruit, which was pretty awesome. But a lot of people didn't have access to the devil fruit notifier, and they started asking me, yo, how can I farm for devil fruits in King Legacy? And that is what today's video is gonna be about. All the ways, ranked from worst to best, that I think you can collect devil fruit in this game, and hopefully you'll be able to use one of these methods to get yourself like dragon or phoenix, or hey, if you're like me, you might even want doe. Before we do get started, obviously some people will disagree with the rankings. These are based on how easy it is for a new player all the way up to an old player. So if a method can't be done by a new player, then it's going to be lower on the list than a method that can be done by literally everyone. So there's actually a fruit in this game. Great, we're going to get it while we talk about method 1. So method 1, like I was saying, is just the plain and simple buy the devil fruit notifier and then use it to hunt for fruits around the world. This would require you to be playing a server for at least an hour in order to get yourself like a fruit to spawn, because you don't know when a fruit's going to spawn. So you would join a server, wait around for 30 minutes to an hour, and hopefully a fruit will spawn, and then you'd use your devil fruit notifier or the positioner, go and collect it. And I mean, you know, one fruit every half an hour to an hour, that's not bad, but you're not gaining any progress unless you choose to grind. It really depends on you. I usually will just go AFK and watch YouTube videos and wait for them to spawn. But obviously you could grind, which would maybe make this a little bit higher on the list and a little bit more efficient. And the fruit was a sand fruit, for those of you who were wondering. Alrighty, so the next method after just playing with the devil fruit notifier is, of course, something that I can't do because I'm trash at the game, and that is sea beast hunting. Now, just like devil fruits, the sea beasts spawn every single hour, and you do get a chance to get a devil fruit out of the chest whenever you defeat them. Depending on which chest you get really sort of determines where this is on the list. Now, the reason that this is 4th out of, like, say 5 is because new players can't do this. Only some of you can use this method, but if you're an end game player, maybe you would rate this higher on the list because it's something that you can definitely do, and therefore is a good way for you to find new fruits. So before anybody gets angry about it, yes, if you're an endgame player, this would be better positioned on the list, but for newer players, it is not a good option because, well, they can't do it. As for our third best option, I believe, is gacha. Now, unfortunately, gacha's rates are pretty terrible. Go on, give me a legendary, you won't. A rare! I got the light fruit. Hi, guy. He said, I'm a big fan. Hi, Mana. What's good? I kind of want to use Pika to get dragon, but also I might just use my doe for now. Maybe this guy wants the light fruit. There you go, guys, on the ground. Oh, there you go. That guy wanted it. That guy wanted it bad, dude. So, according to the wiki, I just had a 14% chance to get that light fruit. Did I not? Pika actually isn't listed here, which is very, very weird to me, but also the legendary is only 1% chance, which is why I think, like, yeah, gacha's a good option if you've got a lot of money, but also a 1% chance for a legendary. So you get what, 1 legendary every 25 million on average, which is pretty expensive. So our next method is a little bit controversial, but this is the method I discovered recently in my video. I've put this as the second best because you have to spend Robux to be able to do it, but anyone at any level in the game can do it, and that is simply you join a brand new server. If there is no devil fruit that has spawned, find some random guy on the list, block them, and then join a new server. So blocking them makes the chance of you rejoining the same server really, really low. And you get, there you go, look, another devil fruit. It's actually really, really easy. And if you have an enormous brain or just a really fast fruit like Pika, you could just use your light fruit to fly around until you find the legendary fruit that you want. This is really, really strong in both the first and second sea, however you want to do it. The reason this isn't the #1 spot, even though I actually think this is the best method, the reason it's not the #1 slot is, although anybody can do this at any level, you've got to be able to buy the devil fruit notifier, which is very expensive. But if you have a friend that has the notifier, there is no reason that you can't hunt fruits with him or her, whoever. There's no reason you can't hunt fruits with your friend until you find a fruit that you want. Like, for example, the string fruit. I think this is the string fruit. Always tell people where the fruit is if you're gonna leave it. This is a very, very strange looking avatar. You look so innocent. Hello? Hi. Can you give me fruit? No. And die. What? HJ Gaming 19. That's wrong, dude. And this guy says, no way. Look how much bigger than him I am. Are you YouTube? This is another person who knows who I am. Hello? Alrighty, guys. Here is our final and what I consider to be the best method. And some of you aren't going to like hearing this, but it is, and it always will be, the most patient method possible. I do believe that if you find a fruit or you use gacha to get a fruit that's good enough, say you get dark or shadow, you know, it doesn't have to be a ridiculously overpowered fruit. Even sand will do in the early game until you can do things like if there are special codes that give you gems, or if you can do the golden arena, the raids, where you can get gems, then you can start doing this method. This is like I consider to be the best method. Train your account, get closer to the end game, save up gems, save up belly, and then join the Discord. Jump on to the King's Legacy Discord and use this, the stock memento channel, to tell you what fruits are currently in stock, and when you finally see one that you want, and I mean when you see a good one, like gas is a great fruit. I'm not 100% sure how OP Quake is when it comes to grinding in this game, but Quake's always a good fruit in most games, and then you can go and purchase them. You can even see here that when the devil fruits spawn, they have a 1% chance. From the gacha, they also have a 1% chance, but when it comes for a legendary fruit to appear in the shop, there is a 5% chance. Now, I know that the stock updates less often, but the reality is, unless you're a maxed level and you've done like everything, there's no reason for you to specifically be farming fruits. We're actually going to get new fruits in 9 minutes, so I might actually wait and see what happens. But as you can see, when you click on the fruit, you get a belly cost and a gem cost. So all you've got to do is save up, keep an eye on the Discord, and you'll never miss a fruit. It really won't be hard. You can just be like, okay, I've decided. You don't even have to want a legendary. Maybe you just want ice because it's really good for grinding, or dark, or shadow. You're just like, all right, I'm gonna wait till they come in stock and then I'll just get them. And by the time they come in stock, you could be second C, close to max level. You know, you've leveled up all of your abilities. You've done raids, you've gotten gems. Maybe you've done some sea beasts and gotten a decent fruit. Or maybe you will just happen to find the fruit you want. And then, instead of having low stats and a fruit that you want because you spent all your time farming it, you'll have really high stats, maybe even be endgame. And finally, you can purchase the fruit that you've always wanted. You can PvP, you can raid, you can do sea beasts, and you will be ready for the next update. I recently made the same claim for blocks fruits, that people should just use the Discord and wait for their fruit to come into stock. And I have had a lot of people tell me that they have reached max level, or they've unlocked second C finally, and you know, they're just focusing on grinding and getting better at the game. And when their fruit came into stock, they were able to buy it. They didn't have to stress about finding it or luck or anything like that. They just got exactly what they wanted. And that's why I still believe this is the best way to get a fruit that you want without wasting your time just grinding for random fruits. If you get unlucky, you could never find the fruit you want. But with the shop, eventually it's just gonna be there and you'll be able to buy it. Alrighty, so the time has passed and you can see it gets spammed, but here is the previous stock. Here we go. The previous stock was right here. And now we have the new stock, which is Barrier, Love, Bomb, Flame, which isn't bad. String's not bad. Quake isn't bad. Shadow is great for grinding from what I hear. Poor, Brachio, and Human. And this way, if you wanted any of those fruits and you happen to have some gems from codes or the arena and you're like, yes, I can upgrade to Shadow to grind with or something like that, you could just go and buy it. No stress, easy fruit gains, just requires a little bit of luck, but the luck isn't even like specifically your luck, so you don't feel bad when nothing good shows up. You just keep on grinding. Alrighty guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think, if there are other methods that you prefer to use. Let me know if you just play the game and hope for good fruits to show up in the stock, or do you actively grind specifically looking for devil fruits? I'm curious to hear how you guys play the game. If this helped you in any way, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell to never miss an upload, and of course, I will see you all tomorrow with another video.